Welcome back to Martial Arts and Medu Netter. Today, let's talk about critical thinking. Why critical thinking? Well, I have seen in the past people who apparently don't utilize or use critical thinking in their judgments. Example, people sent their kids with Jim Jones. My mother knew some of the people, good people, grandmothers in Oakland who sent their kids with Jim Jones. Of course, the kids went to Guyana and all died. But I asked my mother, why would these grandmothers and mothers send their kids with this strange dude, this guy? Why? Does that guy belong with their culture? Does that guy come to see them on Thanksgiving? Does that guy play basketball with them? Is he in the recreation center around the corner? Why would you send your kids with this strange guy? And now their kids are dead. That did not show good judgment. And the critical thinking of why would you do that? What thought processes went in your head? Then I saw people were following all type of people, ministers who were like pimps, and people who were obviously all about money. Ministers were all about money. Their name would even be money, like dollar or bill. And they were obviously charlatans, but people believed in them and followed them by the hundreds and maybe thousands. And I saw people joining everything. I saw people joining Jehovah's Witness, people joining Mormons, people joining by the way, the Mormons say you can't go to heaven until you turn white. That's in the Mormon Bible, sideway. And I saw people joining black Muslims and people joining the Moorish Science Temple, and people following Jerry Brown, and people following people going to the war, going to fight in Vietnam, going to fight in Iraq, going to fight in Iran. And I'm like, why? And so I'm like, we don't really have a system or a tool set, critical skills. We don't really have a critical thinking tool chest. Because we seem to go for everything. Not everybody, but many people go for everything. Say, go be patriotic, fight that war. Say, why are you going to fight that war? That person never did anything to you. Well, fight those Iranians. I say, Iranian never called you a name. All my life, a Persian has never offended me in my entire life. I never had, never. Well, we got to go fight those Vietnamese. Why? We got to go fight those Afghanistans. The Russians lost against them. I'm not going. So I just don't understand. We gotta go to catechism. You go, wait a minute. The Pope is the longest ranging white supremacy system in the world. There's no black popes. There's no Eskimo popes. There's no Chinese popes. There's just white men on a white throne since 500 AD. I don't get it. There's something missing from the critical thinking tool chest. So I will, in a later time, do a class on critical thinking, so that when you hear an archaeologist, an Egyptologist say something like, "Oh, the pharaohs were marrying their sisters," you go, "Show that to me. Prove to me that the pharaohs were marrying their sisters." That's crap. Now they admit it's a lie. Now, currently, the book's coming out trying to straighten that up, saying, okay, actually, we only know of 2 pharaohs in 3,000 years who married their sister. They're now, just now, the big universities are admitting it, that was an error. That's an awful error. It's the same type of error when the History Channel comes on and says, spacemen built, perhaps the spacemen built the pyramids. I say, you're the History Channel, and you're broadcasting to 1 million children that spacemen built the pyramids. Okay? We need the critical thinking to discern truth. Because without it, people will tell us anything, and many of us will believe it. There's actually people who believe that there's snakes running around, snake people running around in America. One person even told me, I think Obama's a snake person. I think the Queen of England's a snake person. I go, I can't believe in modern times, 2020, people will go for nonsense and believe in it. So apparently, we don't really have a critical thinking tool chest. We don't learn it in grammar school. You don't learn it in college. If you did, you'd ask questions. You'd ask, why is the sky blue? Why is the Federal Reserve? I want to see it. Does the Federal Reserve? Is there enough gold in the Federal Reserve to back the money? Is there something silver, platinum? Is there enough to back the money that's circulating in the United States? Is the Federal Reserve federal? The first thing about critical thinking is asking a good question. Why is a day called day? Why is it called Monday? Why is it called Thursday? Why is it called Saturday? That's the first step of critical thinking. Observation and asking a good question. You use logic, use a scientific method, use primary research, secondary research, cross-referencing. These are all in your critical thinking tool chest in order to discern truth. You ask a question. Why does the Pope got to wear white? Why is the word Negro sounds like negative? Sounds like necromaniac, Negro, niggardly. Why do you have all these words? Where do they come from? You ask the question. How come the stop sign is red? Why is the stop sign red? Why? How did churches come about? If the Hebrews